1, 2, 3. What? Wait a second. Let's try that again one more time. 1, 2, 3. What you're seeing right now is not a computer-generated image. It's an actual octopus in disguise. Few creatures on Earth can rival the octopus when it comes to the mastery of camouflage. Chameleons, known specialists in transformation, change their colors through hormone secretion, which can take them about 20 seconds on their fastest day. On the other hand, octopuses can change their color in the blink of an eye. And not just that, they can also alter the texture of their skin. But there's more. Octopuses have an incredible memory, and they use tools, which showcase their remarkable intelligence. If humans stand at the pinnacle of intelligence among vertebrates, it's often said that octopuses take that spot among invertebrates. So, how did the octopus come to possess such remarkable intelligence and camouflage abilities? Today, we delve into the strange and fascinating world of the octopus. About 500 million years ago, Earth's oceans were home to the ancestors of the octopus, such as the Plectronoceros, Endoceros, and Chimeroceros. As you can see, they all possessed shells. However, around 140 million years ago, in the latter part of the Mesozoic era, sturdy-toothed marine reptiles such as placidonts, mosasaurs, and ichthyosaurs emerged, threatening these cephalopods. As a result, cephalopods evolved, shedding their shells to become swifter in order to avoid these predators. It was these shellless cephalopods that survived and eventually gave rise to modern-day squids and octopuses. Biologist Tatsuo Motokawa has described this transition of the octopus as evolving from a defensive creature to a motion-oriented one. While the octopus shed its shell to move swiftly, its now exposed soft body inevitably remained a vulnerability. So, to continue to survive against predators, they had to adopt another ingenious strategy. That strategy was camouflage. As previously mentioned, octopuses can change their color in an instant, and they can also adjust the texture of their skin to perfectly blend in with their surroundings. How on earth do they manage to do this? Upon close examination of an octopus's skin, you'll find chromatophores, balloon-like sacs filled with dyes of black, red, and yellow. These pigment sacs are surrounded by muscles, and when they need to produce a certain color, they expand the sacs filled with dye. The concept is quite similar to inflating a balloon filled with dye to reveal its color. Octopuses adjust these mini pigment sacs, expanding or contracting them to create patterns such as streaks or speckles, altering their appearance. And when it comes to producing colors other than black, red, and yellow, they utilize erotophores beneath the chromatophores. These contain a protein called reflectin, which scatters certain wavelengths of light, allowing them to display metallic structural colors like blue or green. Going even deeper, there's a cell layer distributed at the very back of the skin called the leucophores. This layer can reflect almost all light, producing a white color. But it doesn't stop there. The protrusions on their skin can dynamically change their texture, moment by moment, allowing them to mimic the textures of their surroundings. The diverse appearance of the octopus emerged from the delicate interplay of these 4 types of cells and tissues. To give an idea of the extent of this diversity, marine scientist Roger Hanlon has shown in his studies that an octopus can change its color up to 177 times within an hour. Thanks to this mastery of camouflage, even without the protective shell, the octopus has secured its position as a successful mollusk, spread across the oceans of the world. However, there was one lingering question among scientists. It's known that octopuses are colorblind, unable to discern distinct colors. So the big question was, how can they perceive their environment accurately and match their body color to it? The answer became clear quite recently, in 2015. Dr. Desmond, an animal behaviorist from the University of Massachusetts Amherst, revealed that octopuses not only use their eyes, but also their skin to sense their surroundings. In his experiments, using only the skin tissue of the California two-spot octopus, Dr. Desmond observed changes in the size of the pigment sacs in the skin in response to light intensity. Did you notice the change? Dr. Desmond suggested that octopuses have the capability to swiftly detect colors, solely using the photoreceptors present in their skin, bypassing the need for their brain or central nervous system to interpret it. Proteins known as opsin or rhodopsin, typically found in the retinal cells of the eye, were discovered in the octopus's skin. This revelation added to the evidence suggesting that octopuses perceive their surroundings through their skin. While various creatures peculiarly perceive light and color through their skin, none seem as peculiar as the octopus. Nevertheless, as studies on the octopus's nervous system advanced, the scientific community was abuzz with astounding findings. For starters, an octopus possesses 500 million neurons. This is a staggering 25,000 times more than mollusks like snails, and twice as much as cats, almost approaching the number of dogs. What's even more remarkable is that only about a third of these neurons are found in the octopus's brain. The majority are distributed throughout its 8 arms. At a 2019 astrobiology conference, Dr. Dominic Civitilli of the University of Washington demonstrated how octopuses, when hunting, make decisions using not just their central brain, but several arms which independently assess situations. This allows them to exhibit advanced cognitive functions and learning abilities despite their small brain size. Dr. Civitilli speculated that if intelligent extraterrestrials exist, they might perceive the world more like octopuses than humans. Similarly, Dr. Chongwin Song from the University of Queensland posited that cephalopods like octopuses offer a glimpse into convergent evolution of intelligence. Just as bats and birds, from different lineages, independently evolved wings to fly, vertebrates and invertebrates, though distinct, saw the emergence of intelligence, humans in one branch and octopuses in the other. It's true that the octopus's intelligence stands out among invertebrates. Some scientists even suggest that they employ tools. In 1963, based on the discovery of the tentacles of the jellyfish in the suckers of the blanket octopus, a study was published suggesting that they steal these tentacles to use as tools for offense and defense. More recently, it's been proposed that the coconut octopus uses tools as well. These octopuses carry coconut shells around, and in areas where there aren't suitable hiding spots, they hide inside these shells. In the absence of coconuts, they've been observed using discarded plastic as refuge. Dr. Julian Finn, a marine biologist, argued that such behaviors in octopuses signify foresight, planning, and the intelligent use of tools. Another well-known fact is that octopuses have been observed opening jar lids. Roland Anderson, an authority on cephalopod research, even published a paper in 2010 suggesting that octopuses can distinguish between individual humans. In simpler terms, even if a person changes their clothes, the octopus can still recognize who they are. In 2019, Dr. Gutnick also shared findings from an experiment involving a Y-shaped glass tube, revealing that octopuses learned to extend their tentacles toward the coarser side of the tube to secure food. You might wonder, is this really a sign of intelligence? But considering that octopuses are mollusks, such behavior is undoubtedly astonishing. Even more captivating is the fact that octopuses possess intelligence despite not forming organized groups or societies. The reason why this is so intriguing is because up until now, the leading theory on the origin of intelligence has been the social intelligence hypothesis. This theory typically applies to animals with intelligence levels similar to humans and chimpanzees. For example, our human ancestors, living in groups and cooperating with each other, began to think complexly, and this gave rise to a larger and more sophisticated brain. However, this doesn't apply to octopuses. Many scientists believe that the intelligence of the octopus evolved as an advanced survival strategy as they lost their shells and needed to escape from predators. Because of this, certain evolutionary scientists contend that in addition to the social intelligence hypothesis, the ecological intelligence hypothesis, which focuses on survival, should also be brought into the debate when discussing the roots of intelligence. Perhaps due to these claims, In 2018, the journal Nature published a paper on the ecological intelligence hypothesis, suggesting that the advanced human brain evolved not primarily for social cooperation, but for basic survival activities like finding and processing food and evading predators. Perhaps, somewhere in the vastness of the universe, there are life forms on other planets that have developed intelligence through entirely different means and processes, much like the octopus on our own Earth. And if these extraterrestrial beings were to discover Earth, perhaps they might recognize the octopus as the intelligent life form rather than humans. Science is a window to the world, and this has been Science Dream. Thank you for watching.